Fishing the Wild West TV with Wes David is brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destination International. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destination International in Thompson's Resort, along with Cam Clark Ford, the official vehicle of Fishing the Wild West TV.
Fishing the Wild West.
She's getting a little western on the deck.
Sarah, you can do that.
Oh,
Sarah's just hooked into one. We're on the Fraser River again. We're actually just fun fishing with Tony and Sarah with the Fraser River Sturgeon Conservation Society. And this is our first fish of the morning. Typical stained waters of the Fraser, and I think she's got a real big one on.
Oh.
How's it going, Sarah?
Oh my goodness. This is a bigger one.
This fish may be, someone may have caught this fish. It could be tagged.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So Sarah's in charge of keeping track of all the records of the fish, of the sturgeon. So,
No, this is wild. Yeah, no, we think we've got about 75% of the population tagged with tags in them. We have over 160,000 samples collected. So that's a lot of encounters.
So that's first time caught, recaptures.
Captures everything. So that's every time we encounter a fish. And what that does is help us to calculate with a really, really tight confidence level. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So I come out every year with Tony. I go through BC Sport Fishing Group just so I can, not only the great fishing, but just so I can be a part of the tagging program. But how can others that, that aren't even close to the Fraser River, how can they be a part of this?
Well, you know what? There's lots of ways, and one of the ways, speaking of captures and data, is through our Adopt a Sturgeon program. So you can go onto our website and you can register for a fish, and then your name is associated with that tag number in our database, and you get to
forever.
So
forever.
You can go back on our website and check your tag again, and you can see the progress.
Someone's caught it, they can see
when it's caught again. Absolutely.
Where and yeah, excellent.
That's right. So you get to learn the history of that fish as well as the story as it goes. So that's one way. We are a charity, so we do rely really heavily on donations and private support. And we also have an annual fundraiser that is a lot of fun, and it's a great way to learn about this fish and hear from people like yourself that have experienced fishing them, tagging them, have been out in the water, have studied them, just real inspirational to be a part of. And we do that every year. And, you're making a difference, and that's really a huge part of why I love it and why I'm involved, because to see how inspired people are when they do get a look at these fish, and then they want to keep doing it because they know they're making a difference, and that's huge.
And Sarah's going to show you this fish here momentarily.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
So while Sarah's fighting this fish, Tony to the left of her is getting the cradle system set up, which was graciously donated through the Fraser River Conservation Society and one of their sponsors and programs. And it's an incredible way to safely catch and release these prehistoric sturgeon.
Yeah, it's a brilliant system. And you know what? We had an initial prototype sort of design for them, but as it evolved, thanks to the support that we had from our donors, that we were able to actually customize them for many of the volunteers' boats that have them. So it facilitates the tagging, it makes it easier to just basically swim the fish in, do your sampling, fish swims out again, and it also allows for people to have a good look at them while the fish is safe in the water, and
even the tagging.
The tagging, it's really comfortable for sure.
Keeps them safe, puts the least amount of stress on them as possible.
Exactly.
And those are on every one of your boats, Tony?
Yes, every
every boat that
All
we
right.
have has a sling of some sort.
Your guide, your boat, your personal boat, your guide's boat, everybody's boat.
Yeah, anyone that works for BC Sport Fishing Group, and actually throughout most of the industry overall,
Right.
most guides have adopted this through funds, through donors to the society and others. So basically, most anglers on the Fraser River and that are in the guiding industry are using this.
And I'd have to agree with that. I spoke with lots, and they're, as much as their love of catching big sturgeon, but even juvenile sturgeon, it always goes back to conservation and releasing them to go again.
This segment has been brought to you by Steel Shad Lures, any fish, any depth, any season, and Power Pole, total boat control. Closed captioning is brought to you by Buzz Bomb Tackle, iconic sonic fishing lures, made in North America for over 50 years.
That's awesome. Good job.
Okay, so what am
You just want to make sure you're standing back here so that when you lean up with the rod, you can cut the fish off, right?
Okay.
Then you want to keep that line
Away from any other boat.
at all times. Which is so much easier to sit and lean though. I understand. And this boat's great for that because it's got the big
Oh
doghouse.
gosh, no, don't go there.
What you're not realizing is she's not only fighting a great big fish, but the current of the Fraser River, that fish, like any current fish, they know how to use it to their advantage.
Nice work.
This is awesome.
I thought he was right there.
He was. We're almost there again. Now you can reel down to him, right down to the water, and now you use that fishing rod instead. There you go. Perfect. And again, one more time.
Oh, he's big. You get these big ones out of the way, I'll catch the small ones. It doesn't look like it hurts as much.
Nice work. No, that was good. You're breaking it. Now it's just a, and again. Nice work. Now reel down. Perfect. I know. Drill sergeant, right? Terrible.
Okay,
Okay, you're good.
I need you to help me now. I
Oh,
can't.
you gotta reel down again. And do it again. This is that final bit. This is that. Okay, reel down again. Yeah. Now you gain on them exactly. And then a nice lift up. There you go. Good. Okay, so we'll just hold on, take our time here. Chuck, or Wes, maybe on this side of the boat. You can
Yeah.
lower down.
Sorry, Tony, where do you want me?
Over on this side of the boat, just like beside me here, would be
'Kay.
great. Because what'll happen is, that just allows it.
Oh God, I can't. You're gonna have to help me. I can't.
No, you can. You can. You're doing it. You're happy.
You're almost there, Sarah.
This is one of those
This-
times you don't get the option. Okay, and we got it. Here we go.
This conservation talk is brought to you by Brian Muir with IA Securities, aligning your financial future so you can spend more time outdoors.
So we're gonna sample this fish, and the first thing we're gonna do is check it for a tag. It may have already received a tag over the course of its time. Oh, we've got a recap here. So the scanner will pick up this unique alphanumeric code that is unique to each fish that is tagged. So we record that number onto our tag sheets. So we're gonna measure it here to the fork of the tail, which is along the lateral leg. Woo! All right. There we go.
Hang on. Okay, I'm good at my end.
Okay, I got 195 centimeters in fork length. And now we're going to measure the girth, and we take that measurement just behind the pectoral fins. And these locations give us the ongoing most consistent measurements across.
And that's 73 centimeters.
Okay, so we're going to take that number down and record that as well on our tag sheets. Now the information from these tag sheets will go into our general database where we have at this point over 160,000 samples collected. Each tag is unique to each fish, and in fact this is an example of a fish that you could adopt because this tag number then would become your tag number of your fish and your name in our database.
He's jumping there.
Good job, Wes.
I didn't even see that rod go off. Tony saw him from behind me. But I saw him jump way out there. He's a big fish.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Sarah just landed a 6'3".
Here comes. Oh no, turn around.
So the pressure's on. Actually, I enjoy catching the juveniles just as much as these big fish. And the juveniles is what proves you're healthy, you're returning population.
Here he comes, coming out.
Oh, he stopped again.
This segment has been brought to you by Hooked Magazine, hooked on fishing in the great outdoors, and Lucky Bug Lures. Get hooked on Lucky Bug Lures. Welcome back to Fishing the Wild West TV.
Whoa!
This never gets old. He's swimming right at me. Oh, now he knows he's hooked again. It's great to catch these big, healthy, mature sturgeon, but like I said earlier, I love catching the juveniles, and that data is just as important to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Every fish that we encounter is vital to helping us get a picture of exactly what's happening in the population. And every time we catch these big fish, then we look to how many juveniles they are, because these
Right.
big guys are the ones that are breeding. They're the ones that are producing those little guys. So then when we see the little guys, we can judge between the numbers of bigger fish that we have and the proportion of smaller fish we see, and we can start to kind of see what's going on. And right now, we're not seeing a lot of juvenile fish comparatively to the large number of brood stock. And so that's why catching the juveniles right now is so vital. They're not always catchable because they're very elusive, those little guys.
Right.
And so we're working really hard right now to expand the perspective in our data to help to give a better picture of that. And so it's awesome every time we catch a little one too.
And it's, they don't spawn every single year, do they? Like other
No.
species.
Yeah, that's right. They don't. They spawn anywhere from about 6 to 10 years in the wild. So, and they will only do it if the optimal conditions are there, if they're, they're getting the right food supply, all those things. So because we know that, it helps to tell us when there aren't so many juveniles, what else is going on in the watershed, what's happening with the nutrient load, food, other food prey. So it's really important.
This one's eating a lot of food.
Looks like it. Looks like he's had a lot of food.
Oh, now we're gonna start over.
Awesome job. Awesome.
Look at the reels spin.
Nice work, Chuck.
And this current, you wouldn't believe how fast this current is. Oh. It's funny, Rick Hansen had just called us to wish us good luck when this rod went off.
But this is what inspires so many people to want to help and want to be a part of this, is exactly these types of encounters, because they're so, you just never know what's going to be on the other end of that rod, right?
There's
So-
history besides what you're doing to these
Exactly.
fish. Like this fish here may have been here during World War II.
Exactly.
Like who
Yeah.
knows what this, if you
Yeah.
could only, if they could just tell us what they've seen.
Exactly. And they're hardwired to survive. So every time we think about that, we think about all the things that they've sort of seen in their
Yeah.
lifetime. You know, they are hardwired to survive. So we just need to give them a little bit of help. So.
I'm still here, guys. I am still here and listening to everything.
This, what's on the end of this line
But just so you know, I am paying attention. I'm here.
was scented
On the third wheel.
with liquid mayhem. So hopefully we get him in and show you what the end result is.
Yeah.
This fight, being a part of this program, Fraser River Sturgeon Conservation Program, is why I book a trip every year to fish with Tony. Just so I can be a part of the program. It's fun and a great way to give back. What is unique is, and we've had this conversation before, Tony, that you might land this 6-footer here,
Yeah.
7-footer, whatever he is, but your next one might be a juvenile, 2 feet
Exactly. Or 10.
or 10, yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this river is, you know, we can try to target certain sizes at certain times of the year and locations, but because we're on a completely wild river and these fish can move back and forth, you know, sometimes we'll land a fish 30 centimeters and the next one's over 200 centimeters. And that's in all areas of the river, whether you're in Vancouver, you know, the mid-river here or up in the Fraser Canyon, you know, it's a very diverse fishery.
Yeah, it's very,
And the scenery's okay.
yeah, it's beautiful. Even under stress like this, it's beautiful scenery.
This segment has been brought to you by Lynn Thompson Lures, Canadian made for over 90 years, and Rock Guard, protect your investment. This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs, tackle you can trust, and Tourism Saskatchewan. Start planning your visit today.
I didn't get a real good look at him, but he's a big fish.
Sling. That's right, Wes.
Nice, strong
Like to
fish.
mean it. And Sarah, I'll just sneak past you.
Here he is.
Beautiful, thank you. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful fish.
Oh no, I think that might
be
be
real
pretty
close.
close.
All right.
Oh
And
wow,
then we'll get
very.
everyone on this side then just to slide them in.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah,
Watch that weight.
yeah.
All right, come on, gorgeous.
Wes, could you come over to this side?
Head or where do you?
Yeah, just so we get the weight of the. Okay, we're good.
All right.
And over to the other side,
wow.
everybody. Nice job, everyone. Wow, that's a good fish.
That is a big
Maybe
fish.
Sarah, I think she might.
I
have
think-
you might have you beat just by a little bit.
Might have me beat. That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yay.
Way to go.
not for sure.
Awesome. Well, we'll get
Just a
our.
fish.
Hook out.
That
Get our
big, that
kit.
strong,
Oh.
and that much current is incredible.
That can just go into a holder somewhere. Got a tag. There you go. I'll give you that. It's a recapture.
Awesome.
Wes, do you want to help me and measure the tail here? Be honest now.
Middle fork.
Be honest. Middle fork.
Love the shark lake tails.
Oh. I think he knows you're the one that was doing that.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, we'll just let him relax till he's good and relaxed again. Then we'll try again.
Say when?
Hang on. I'm right at the nose. You go right to the fork.
Two, two, one.
2, 2, 1. That's a big fish.
Nicely done.
I think
What
he's
is
got
that? What
You
is
got
that?
me for sure.
Don't push it. It's not that.
2, 2, 1.
Come on. 2, 2, 1. So 87 inches.
All right.
Nice fish.
Well
Wow.
done. That's awesome.
7'3".
7'3".
So 2 fish back to back. Sarah's 6'3", not a competition. Wes is 7'3", but that's what the Fraser provides. And because of the tagging program, the next one might be a 2-footer, a 1-footer. We've seen them sit in the palm of your hand. That's
81 centimeters for the girth.
it's an incredible program. If you can come to the Fraser River and be a part of it, I highly recommend it.
This fish is really cool too for a big fish. Look at how sharp all the scutes are still here. Look at the razors on this guy. So a lot of big fish, these are worn off, quite flat. This guy's still very sharp throughout.
And that's a protective armor, like a prehistoric.
It is, yes. A lot of fish that are in the Fraser for a long period of time in turbulent water, they kind of wear off. So this guy might have been coming from somewhere, who knows where.
And
obviously he still feels he needs the armor, and there it is.
yeah, because like I've seen the small ones where it's like razor sharp,
Yeah, absolutely.
and they're on the sides as well.
Yeah.
So I just landed the 7'3".
Yeah, that's right.
Sarah, I want to thank you for all the work you do,
Oh, you're welcome.
but
Thank
let's
you so
put them
much.
back. This is the
we
greatest
go.
pleasure of fishing for prehistoric white sturgeon.
There we go.
Just like that, he's gone in the stained water.
It's gone.
There you go, like a shark. If you ever get a chance to come to Fraser River, make sure you book with somebody that is a part of the Fraser River Sturgeon Conservation Society and be a champion for protecting these prehistoric white sturgeon. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for having us.
So much.
Be back next year when I catch my breath.
All right, we'll look forward to it.
I hope that you'll join me, this amazing team of the Fraser River Sturgeon Conservation Society, of whom I'm so proud of, and all of the supporters who have helped us to set the bar high and to never ever give up on that dream.
Wow.
Thanks so much, you guys. Enjoy the
Service and hold on to more. What matters most is that I'm all alone. Living a dream, fishing the stream. Fishing the streams, living a dream. Living a dream, fishing the streams. Fishing the wild
Follow us on social
west.
media or at fishingthewildwesttv.com.